In this series, I'm going to be covering random news that I found on social media. And I actually think I did this once before, but it never became a regular thing. And let's begin with the first story. Did you know you can hire a hitman online? Yeah, you go on this website, www.rentahitman.com, and you fill out their form. It's very detailed. They ask you a lot of questions, all about yourself, all about your target. They want to know why you want to get rid of them. They want pictures of them. They also ask you for the date you want them by. And what else? Oh, they also ask you for a safe word just in case you change your mind and don't want to do it anymore. So if you're actually on the website, you're going to realize that it's fake. It is so super fake. Obviously, it's a parody. It's satire. Only an idiot would think it's real. On their website, they say that their client's privacy is protected under HIPAA, H-I-P-P-A, Hitman Information Privacy and Protection Act. That doesn't exist, you stupid bitch. That's a play on HIPAA, H-I-P-A-A. Everybody should know what that means, right? It means... Let me look it up. Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. If you browse through their website, you're going to get a good laugh. There's jokes and clues everywhere, obviously. Come on, how are you going to have a Rent a Hitman website where you can actually rent a hitman to kill people on the internet? I mean, one of the obvious clues is they sell merch. You can buy your own Hitman merch for just $16. So this website was actually founded in 2005 by a man named Bob Inez. He and his friends originally bought the domain because they were going to start a company, but that company never came to fruition. So David just held on to the domain and eventually changed it to this parody website. Now he says he does get a lot of requests, but 99% of them are just jokes. I mean, people fill it out just for shits and giggles because they think it's hilarious because it's a fucking joke, obviously. But once in a while, he'll get some requests that sound a little too serious. And with those requests, he gives them 24 hours. And after 24 hours, he will email them back and ask them if they still need the hitman to carry out their plan. And if they say yes, he will forward all the information to the police. And this is pretty much what happened with 18-year-old Jazmin Paez from Miami. She thought this website was real, she filled it out, and her target was her 3-year-old son. She included pictures of him, and she also noted where he was going to be on a certain day, and she wrote that she wanted this done ASAP. The owner of the website got this request, gave her 24 hours, and she said yes, she wants this done. So he contacted Miami PD. They didn't take him seriously the first time, the second time, and then on the third time, they assigned a detective. So the investigator pretended to be the hired hitman and communicated with Jazmin. And that's when they realized she was 100% serious. She told the hitman that she would pay him $3,000 for the job. Once they were able to confirm everything they needed to, they arrested Jazmin for soliciting murder and took her in for questioning. She confessed to hiring a hitman, and when they asked her why, she said it was because her most recent boyfriend, the love of her life, didn't like that she had a son, and that's why he broke up with her. So she thought if she could get rid of her son, then maybe her boyfriend would take her back. Thankfully, her son is safe and unharmed, and Jazmin was released on a $15,000 bond. And basically, her father has been kind of advocating for her online, I think. He's been saying that she's not a horrible person, that she's not in her right state of mind.
Paez was in the hospital with her father in this Zoom hearing about custody of her son.
How is the child? The child is okay?
He is doing great.
And again, that grandmother is now officially the custodian of that child. And as you heard, he is doing great. Paez has an arraignment scheduled for next month. And until then, part of her bond agreement is no contact with her little boy.
Next story is about Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande has a new boo. Ethan Slater. She got divorced from Dalton Gomez. They met during the height of COVID. I mean, everybody met somebody during the height of COVID. They either met somebody or got divorced or had a baby or did all of the above. They got married, had a baby, and got divorced. It was a weird time, right? So yeah, it was a weird time for Ari too. She found this random normal boyfriend, and now she's dating her co-star. And here's the thing, Ariana Grande has a history of dating men who are taken. Yeah. Pete Davidson was engaged to Cassie David. Big Sean was engaged to Naya Rivera. And now Ethan Slater, who was married with a baby. And I know, the men have just as much of a responsibility. Like, I get it. I'm not trying to just pin this on Ari, but it's a pattern of behavior. Also, somebody mentioned that her ex-husband Dalton looks a lot like the cleaner version of Pete Davidson. And I was like, how did I not see that before? And people are also mentioning how her boyfriend right now, Ethan, has a striking resemblance to her brother, Frankie. And it's a little creepy, I'm not gonna lie. It is a little creepy. How did this even start? Like, how? Like, okay, she knew he had a wife. And he knew Ariana was married. So how did it even start? So deep down, I feel like her one true love was Mac Miller. And unfortunately, he is not here. Oh my God, did you guys hear about Megan Fox? Oh my God, okay, let's talk about this. Okay, so Megan Fox's nail tech, I think it was her nail tech, but her nail tech's father has pancreatic cancer. And so she started a GoFundMe and is trying to raise money. And so Megan Fox shared it on her social media and said, hey, would appreciate if anybody could donate. People were so upset because the goal of the GoFundMe was $30,000. And Megan Fox, you are hella rich. You can afford $30,000. This is what everybody's saying. Like, why don't you just pick up the tab? So there was an uproar. Everybody was complaining, oh my God, this is how the rich get richer. How the audacity of Megan Fox. She can just pay for it, blah, 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 blah. And this reminded me of Kylie Jenner when she posted her friend's GoFundMe for his car accident. And I think the goal was like $10,000. And Kylie Jenner posted it on her social media, like, hey, if you guys can please donate to my friend. And Kylie was also just named the first or the youngest billionaire. And you couldn't pick up your friend's $10,000 tab. I mean, I feel like that situation is way worse. But anyway, I think she responded. Hey weirdos, do any of you have the emotional intelligence to consider that maybe Britt doesn't want her celebrity clients donating large sums of money to her because it creates a dynamic in her working relationships that makes her uncomfortable? You dumb bitches. No, I'm just kidding. She didn't say the dumb bitches part. So instead, she asked me to post the GoFundMe so that many people could donate small amounts of money to help them reach their goal. I just obliged to her request. Anything she needs from me personally, she will ask and I will do it privately. One thing you're not going to accuse me of is being miserly or lacking generosity. So try again on another day, probably tomorrow, with some different bullshit, you bunch of psychos. Okay, Megan, calm the fuck down. Oh, this is weird. I feel like donations when your family member is sick shouldn't create a working relationship that makes people uncomfortable because, I mean, her father has pancreatic cancer. This is a very dire time. You don't have time to feel uncomfortable. I would be accepting of any donations I could get for my parent who is dying of a very aggressive cancer. I would hope that Megan Fox donated privately, but it doesn't sound like she did. But then also on the other side of things, like I understand maybe $30,000 is a lot. It's a lot of money. And we don't really know Megan Fox's net worth, but I feel like $30,000 is kind of the equivalent to $30 for us, normal people. I don't know. What do you guys think about this situation? Are you guys on Megan's side or are you guys on, well, what's the other side? The public side. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say for now. If you guys want me to do this again, let me know in the comments and I'd be happy to do so. Bye!